Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart. It comes in 1/35 scale and it copies checkpoint, so it might be a good opportunity to assemble some diorama base. And of course in 1/35 scale you can also combine it with some vehicles, so that's why I decided to take a closer look. Kit number is 35562 and it should be already available. That's the final shape of this kit, so you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. We have, I would say, quite descriptive box art so that you understand what you actually get inside. And here is comparison with my hand. Next, on the side we will find some safety advices, information about the kit and address of the manufacturer, while on the opposite side here you can see that we have 4 other kits and they're molded in the same scale. We reviewed some of them and you can find it easily. Well, actually we reviewed all of them and you can find it on our YouTube channel. This is the top opening box and here is what we have inside. So all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. We have assembly manual on the bottom and it's a sealed plastic bag. So I'm going to open it. Just give me a second. Okay, I can see a lot of plastic sprues, which is rather surprising for such kit, so we will have to check all of them in order to understand what copies what and why we need that many sprues. And what is interesting is that all frames are actually, well, they were connected with a rubber band, but I somehow snapped one of them, as you can see here. And another one is intact here, but I won't be showing this sprue because we have several free, let's say, frames free from this rubber band, so it will be easier to show to you. And here we have actually these sandbags which will be used on the checkpoint. As you remember, they were placed on the opposite side of the entrance and they look quite nice. They might be familiar to you because they were also used in some other kits from Miniart. Here you can check them from the opposite side. We have some guiding elements. Well, it will be actually this top part which will help you to align at this top section. But other than that, there are no guiding elements whatsoever. But molding quality seems to be fine. All these attachment points are thin enough in order to carefully separate these parts and get them ready to be assembled. Next, we continue with parts for the checkpoint itself. So here is the sprue, and I won't be zooming out, I will actually zoom in. So here we have all these wooden parts. As you can see, we have nice wooden texture, which would look even better if you apply some weathering here. Note that also bricks, which are, let's say, counterweights for the checkpoint bar, that are also supplied here in plastic. And bar itself is made as a single piece part. As you can see, it's quite long, and that's really cool because it's just a matter of separating it off the frame, cleaning it, and then it will be ready to use straight out of the box. Here, by the way, you can check these parts from the opposite side. So these elements which are molded or separated into 2 halves, they have guiding elements and it will be easier to combine them together. So no worries, it's not a difficult task to do. Next, we continue with a small checkpoint house, let's say. Correct me if I'm wrong. So here we have it. It should be assembled out of several parts, and we have again wooden texture on the panels. That's really cool because it will give a bit more natural appearance to this element. It won't be just a plain plastic or plain panels, even though there are such, let's say, buildings in the real life. Still, it's better to use or have this wooden texture because at this time during wartime it was mostly the rough material. And of course we have also the nails or rivets replicated here on the wooden panels. Here you can see them, and if I flip it over, inside it is also detailed, so it's not just a simple plain panel inside. Well, for roof it does not work, but for this, let's say, walls, it works, and that's actually a good thing because it will look better if you plan to place some figure inside or something else. It won't be just standing in some plastic box, God knows how assembled, and copies something remotely, let's say, looking as checkpoint. I'm now trying to understand what we have here. So I guess this sprue is dedicated to various road signs, so you can place it, of course, close to the checkpoint. And as you can see, there are a lot of various types, so it might be a good thing to enhance the appearance of your project. Just install all of these signs just like it was on the box art, and it would be a good thing to have in your project. Obviously, these parts are detailed from both sides, and again, they feature this nice wooden texture, which I really like, and in my opinion, that's a better thing than just plain parts as in some other kits where you get, let's say, wooden panels, but they're plain in texture, plain on the surface, and then it looks really weird, and you have to copy somehow this texture in your kit. Next, we continue with the final gray plastic sprue. Here we have various furniture which can be placed in the small house of the checkpoint which we saw before. So as you can see, these are mainly chairs and tables, and maybe I will zoom in so that you can take a closer look. Again, some of these parts might be familiar to you because they were released in the different sets as well, but molding quality seems to be fine, so it's just a matter of assembling all this stuff together and maybe painting it in a convincing way so that it will look natural. Next, we continue with a sealed plastic bag for decals and clear plastic frames, so I'm going to cut through in a second and we will take a closer look together. Straight away I can say that decals are printed in Decograph, but first of all I would like to show you this clear sprue for the lamp. So it's a nice touch to have out of the box. And of course decal sheet, which is printed on white backing paper, and it looks unusual. We are all used to see the blue backing paper, but here it is white colored. Next we continue with assembly manual. So this one is printed in color, and we have, let's close the lenses. So we have parts map on the first page. Obviously there is no history note or any other history article. And next we continue with assembly of the furniture. Oh, there is even phone included. We assemble this small building with the chair inside. Next we assemble the sandbags, and here is the option how to configure them around the checkpoint. Here we have also this checkpoint bar, colors chart in several manufacturer designations, and of course the paints chart. So here we have also that attention before applying, well, decals, you should apply or airbrush plastic parts with a white color. And of course decal number matches the numbers on the sprue. So this set should be already available, and you can get it in Modelimex webshop, for example. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!